Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you to my Safe Haven 5 Norwex demonstration, and I'm super excited to share with you 5 products that have radically reduced the chemical burden in my home, in my cleaning products, that you no longer have to purchase, okay? For those of you who do not know me, I am Shauna Hanscom, your Norwex consultant, and I have been passionate about all things Norwex since I joined the company September 9th, 2022. My why for joining Norwex was my health was failing me and I did not know where to turn for good, safe products that weren't going to cause me bodily harm with what we call body burden. When you think about your skin being your largest organ, and it takes 26 seconds for anything to absorb through the skin to enter into your bloodstream. So what you clean with, your cleaning products matter because you're touching them, you're absorbing them into your skin. If you're using spray cleaners, you're not only touching them when you're wiping them off your surfaces, but you're also inhaling them. So you're absorbing that chemical through your inhalation, so that affects your respiratory tract, your lungs, and all of those things. So that is another way that you absorb these harsh chemicals into your body. And then you think about what you eat and what you absorb through taste, whether it's what you've touched and then you put in your hand in your mouth, especially babies and children. They're putting everything in their mouths, so they're now getting all of that into their digestive tract and all of the things. So with these 5 cleaning products that I'm going to highlight tonight, you can reduce up to 80% of the chemicals in your home. So I'm going to show you what my chemicals look like, and you can look at this picture and see if you recognize any of these products in your home. And since September 9th, 2022, I can honestly say I have never purchased any of these products again. And I'm going to show you the 5 products that have changed and revolutionized how I clean my home. I first want to start by saying the reason I was even looking for something safer for my home was because I had my own battle with an autoimmune disorder called achalasia, where now I gravity feed because my esophagus no longer works. And so after months and months of testing and not being able to eat, I now have a diagnosis, but I'm finding out that autoimmune disorders can be triggered by chemical exposure. So if you have an autoimmune disorder, do some research and find out what is causing that and what can you do to eliminate some of your symptoms. Things like infertility, Parkinson's disease, cancers, ADHD, respiratory illnesses, and endocrine disruption. All of those things can be caused by body burden. Did you know that in babies' cord blood, so they're testing cord bloods of babies, and in that cord blood, when those babies are born, there is more than 287 chemicals already in that newborn that has been absorbed by the mother, whether it's what she's eaten, what she has touched with her skin and it's gone in her bloodstream, or what she has inhaled. So that's before they ever even enter the world to absorb their own chemicals by being placed on a floor where a harsh chemical cleaner has left a residue on the floor, or by breathing the polluted air. And all I can say is, yes, if you think about it's a vast world out there full of chemicals, and how can my one choice make a difference? We can impact our world, our landfills, our homes, one demonstration, one product at a time, one conversation at a time. So allowing me into your home virtually, like I am right now, to share these products with you. You can share this video. I want as many people to know how they can reduce their risk of these illnesses by just changing their mindset and how they clean and removing those chemicals. Norwex has been a company for 30 years, and it has only been in like 4% of North America. So we have a big job to do. One workshop, one conversation, one person at a time. If you are interested in hosting a workshop in your own home with your own friends, I would love to come and do that with you. Share these products in person where you can touch them, look at them, try them, and really see how they work. I'm going to do a couple of demos here this evening, but when you actually get to do it yourself, it is amazing what you will find. So that being said, if you do want to book a workshop with me, right now I am doing a booking blitz. So if you book a workshop for the month of May, you are going to get to choose one of these beautiful, brightly colored envelopes. Inside these envelopes are different prizes of different price points. So there could be a mop in here, there could be a shopping spree in here, there could be all kinds of different products in here. If you want to book a workshop with me, let's comment a date below and make sure I get your date in my calendar, and I will mail you one of these with a host package that will have 4 of my favorite products as samples that you will get to try right away between now and your workshop. And that gets my mission out by talking to your circle of influence so that we can get this message out to more and more people. I would really appreciate your help on that, and our hostess would also really appreciate that, because for up to 3 parties that get booked from her workshop, she gets 3 half-price items, as will you if you host your own workshop. And the perks for the next few months are going to be amazing, so you're not going to want to miss out on that. Okay, let's jump right in, you guys. So the first product I'm going to talk about tonight is our EnviroCloth. And this EnviroCloth is worth its weight in gold. I just used this for a demonstration. It's still damp. I just did a demo earlier, so I have a little bit of cleaning paste on there. So I'm going to share all of that with you as well. So this is our EnviroCloth, E for everything. If it needs wiped, this is your go-to cloth. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be your table, your counter, your floor. It could be your bathroom counters, your mirrors, your sinks, your faucets, your light switches. If it has anything, any residue or anything you want to wash, removes 99% of bacteria with water alone. Our microfiber is the best you will ever get, and the reason for that is it is extra large. But regular microfiber, if you take 1 strand of human hair and cut it in 6 pieces, that is your regular microfiber. Norwex takes that same strand of hair and cuts their microfiber into 200 pieces. So would you rather 6 people cleaning your home or 200 people cleaning up all of that debris? So if you unravel one of these EnviroCloths, you will have enough threads to stretch from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. So again, very dense, very heavy, and finely woven. The other thing you will not get in big box store microfiber is our patented backlock. And what is backlock? So when we're weaving our cloths and the fibers are being woven together, they have a micro silver that is embedded and inside these cloths. What does that microsilver do? It's an antimicrobial agent that will help kill mold, mildew, and bacteria, which likes to grow in dark, damp, moist places like your kitchen cloths, bath towels, hand towels, that kind of thing. So when you're done using this, you're going to rinse it under hot tap water, and you're just going to rub it against itself to remove any debris, crumbs, or whatever you've picked up. And then you're going to wring it out, and you're going to hang it to dry. Okay, so I have little hooks on the back of my doors, which I'll show you in a little bit, and I have them in my laundry room upstairs, so when I'm cleaning my own house, I can just, when I'm done, I can rinse them out and hang them to dry. As they are drying, that backlock goes to work and helps purify your cloth, so you won't get that slimy, stinky stench like you would on your regular cotton cloths. So again, this is used for everything, so you use your EnviroCloth wet with water alone. I'm going to show you a little demonstration here. So I'm going to take my mirror, okay, and I tried doing this demonstration at my party tonight, forgot some of my supplies, so I'm back in my office where my supplies are. So I'm actually just using a little bit of our toothpaste. So this is our probiotic whitening toothpaste with charcoal and mint. It tastes really, really good. I love this, and it works really well. So not only do we do cleaning products, but we also have branched out into personal care products, because like I said, what you absorb through your skin takes 26 seconds to go into the bloodstream. So what you use on your skin for moisturizers, cleansers, body washes, deodorants, all of that stuff matters. So we do have our own personal care line, which I can also share with you if you're interested. We also have branched into a pet care line. So we are trying to hit all the demographics. I'm also going to spread on this mirror a little bit of what we call our body balm. This is great if you have eczema, if you have dry or cracked skin. It smells really good, and it's quite waxy. So I'm going to put some of this on this mirror, and I'm going to spread that toothpaste around. Now I'm going to ask you to pop in the comments if you came into your bathroom or wherever or window and you saw all of this gunk on your mirror and you had to take your one-time use paper towels and or a window spray. I cannot talk about brands, but you know those window sprays, you get the blue liquid in the spray bottle. How much are you can drop in the comments, how many paper towels and sprays do you think you're going to need for this? It's going to go sticky. It's going to go slimy. You're going to throw your paper towel. You're going to try again. And every time you're spraying that, you're breathing in those fumes, which is going into your lungs. You're touching the chemical with your bare hands, unless you're wearing a rubber glove, which most of us do not do. And so you're being exposed to a lot of chemical. Well, what if I told you could take your damp EnviroCloth, okay, wet with just water, and you're going to see like there's stuff here from my demo tonight, but I'm just going to very quickly wipe that off. Look at this, you guys. Look, one swipe. You can see all of the toothpaste and the body balm. That was one swipe, okay? So I've missed a little spot. I'm going to use that same side of the cloth, and I'm just going to wipe. It is not going to transfer, okay? So there it is, all gone. I'm going to come behind it with my fresh, this is the new spring color of the window cloth. And I'm just going to give, now this window cloth is pretty wet because I've done a lot of demos tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and buffer this. Now this is called the window cloth, but I prefer to call it the buffering cloth. And look how clean that mirror is, you guys. It's a little, like I said, my window cloth is a little wet. Let me grab a dry one. I have another one here somewhere. Here we go. Let's try a dry one, because that one is pretty wet. There we go. So we're just going to buff that up. Look at that. Beautiful mirror. Nice and clean. Okay. And that took little to no effort at all. Okay. I'm going to hang this one back up to dry because it's pretty wet. So your EnviroCloth removes 99% of bacteria with water alone, has backlock in it. Its best friend, the window cloth or the buffering cloth, you use this one dry. It also has backlock technology in it, so that silver goes to work with you for you so that it doesn't harbor any smells in your window cloth. And this you can use anything that has a streaky surface that you want to buffer clean. So stainless steel, your faucets, light fixtures, windows, mirrors, jewelry. This buffers your jewelry really good. Eyeglasses, if you don't have your little optic scarf hanging nearby, you can grab one of these if you're close by and wipe your glasses. TV screens, anything that you don't want a streaky finish on, you can use this for. I've even used it on the top of my glass top stoves. I use it on my granite countertops in my bathrooms, literally anywhere. So this package you can buy as what we call a basic package, which would come with an EnviroCloth and a window cloth. Has 2-year warranty, will last you greater than 5 years. This pack alone is $51.99. We do have an Earth Day sale that will be ending, and I will be talking about that really soon. I may do another video on that, so check that out. So this is a package that you can get. Now, obviously, I've mixed and matched colors because I've grabbed different sets, but there are different sets of those that you can get, and $51.99. I know you're like, whew, that's kind of expensive, but it's not really. When you think about the integrity of the cloth, what it's doing for you, and what you are eliminating, that you no longer have to buy any of these products with just those 2 products. all of this can be eliminated. So when you think about how much chemical stuff do I use and how often do I have to refill that, rebuy that, and you're no longer having to do that. So that is the first two items on the Safe Haven 5 package that I want to talk about. The next item I want to talk about is dusting. Did you know that there are 45 carcinogenic chemicals in your household dust? This is our friend, the Dust Mitt. What do I love about the Dust Mitt? I love many things. It is super, super effective to get all of those little mini trinkets. It molds to your hand super nicely so you can get all your little trinkets that you're dusting. If you're doing your TV stands or whatever, it's all on your hand. Works with static electricity, so you just rub it against itself. It will trap all of that dust for you. You can hang it up for easy storage. Also, you can use this wet or dry. So I do a lot of my dusting dry, but I do use this wet on my window screens. I live on a dirt road and dust is a real problem here. So I used to have to take my window screens out, go to my tub, break my back, scrubbing them with a brush and putting them all back. Now I just wet my dust mitt and I vigorously rub my screens, pulls all that gunk and debris in. I can use this wet so I can clean out my tracks. I can wash my window boxes. I can wash my trim. I can wash all of that down. Removes 99% of bacteria when used wet with water alone. And it has that back lock in it, so it's going to help clean that self-cleaning mechanism in it. So if it is damp or wet, it's going to go to work with you to help you keep all of those smells away. But my other love for this little gem is I now have one in my car, because if you love to go to the beach, you're never going to want to go to the beach without this little friend again. What do you love about the beach? The water, and I love the feel of the sand on my feet until I'm ready to leave and I want to put my feet back in my shoes. I don't like all of the crusty sand between my toes, and it's hard to get your foot maneuvered in the water and put your shoes on without dropping your foot and getting all that sand reintroduced to your shoes. Dry your feet, go right between your toes, do your whole foot, put your completely dry, sandless foot back in your shoes. Brush your children off with this thing before they get in the car. Leave the sand where it belongs, in the beach, not in your car and not in your home and not on your kids. This has been a game changer. Brush it off when you're done and leave all that debris on the beach. You can also use our little handy rubber brush. This comes with our mop system, or you can purchase it separately. I guarantee you, you're going to want more than one of these brushes. I leave one in my car. Car seats, terrible gunk collectors. Brush your seats off. Cat trees, cat beds, pet beds. You can use this to brush out your dust mitt. You can use it to brush off your mop when you have your mop. You can use this for your car mats, for your house mats. You can use this thing for everything. It is a game changer in our life. So I've already showed 3 of the 5 Safe Haven products. We have the EnviroCloth, we have the window cloth, and we have the dust mitt, okay? There is the main 3 staples that will eliminate most of your chemical burden in your home. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is our cleaning paste. Our cleaning paste comes in a nice big container like this. I've had mine since I started in 2022, and I still have like a good chunk all the way around this. So, whoops. So it actually comes as a powder. If you can see, it's kind of like a powder, but as you wet it with your EnviroCloth, it will make a paste. This is amazing for getting permanent marker off of different surfaces. My 5-year-old, loved at one time to find permanent markers everywhere and just graffiti my whole house, my hardwood floor, my walls, my windows, my little end tables. I came home one day to a big Picasso mess and could not find anything to get the stains off. I even went to an industrial cleaner from my day job workplace and nothing. All it did was tear off the finish of my paint on my wall, my trim, and my hardwood floor. It destroyed that. So what was it doing to me? I don't even want to know. Got this out with my EnviroCloth and wiped it clean. If you check out my VIP page on Facebook, I can link it here in the description. check it out. I have pictures, I have before and afters. I do tips, tricks, videos on how to use the products, what I use it for, and all of the things. You can follow me there for all sales deals, anything that's coming up and new with Norwex, I will have on my VIP page, and I would love to have you join that page. So that cleaning paste you can also use on your ovens. You can use it on your cooktop glass stoves. You can use it in your bathroom if you have that rusty ring around your faucets, your drains. You can use it in your tub. You can use it on glass shower doors for getting off debris. I've used it on windows. My children have put like sticky window stickers on. I use my little Speary sponge. These come in a pack of 2 for $15.99. They're like a little bit of abrasive, but they will not scratch. Like I can scrap this on my phone here, on my laptop. It's not going to scratch. This is what I use for my oven. I take my cleaning paste and my wet Speary sponge and I scrub off all the debris, take my EnviroCloth, wash it all down, and wipe it dry with my EnviroCloth, my window cloth, so it takes all the streaks away. Cleans my oven. Fantastic. The cleaning paste is also great if you have black gunk around white shoe, so the soles of your shoes. It can clean that off. It literally will clean anything, and it is safe to touch. It's made out of mild soaps, coconut oil, and I can't remember the third thing. Hang on, let me look at the bottle again. What does it say? Doesn't say on that one. One moment, please. Let me grab my sample one. All right. So it is made out of marble flour. That was what it was called. Marble flour, mild soap, natural soap, and traces of coconut oil. So that is what is in that, and it works fantastic. So there are the 4 of the 5 Safe Haven products. So we're talking about taking care of your products, and you want the integrity of the back lock, which is that micro silver, and your microfiber to last you 15 plus years. So how do we do that? By laundering them properly. So I know I said we don't have to launder them in between. Now this set right here that I'm using, I have used for probably, well, including this one now, I've probably used it for 9 demos. I have not yet washed this cloth. I'm going to take it upstairs under my hot sink. I'm going to kind of rinse it out like this with both my cloths, because this one's pretty wet now, and I'm going to wring them out as much as possible, and I'm going to hang them to dry, and they're going to be great for my next demo. Now these cloths, all of our microfiber will hold 7 times their weight in water. That is a lot of water. So you want to make sure when you're done rinsing them out that you wring them to dry really, really, really well, so that they will dry quickly while hanging, okay? And I tell you that they hold 7 times their weight in water because if and when you get enough to do an actual full load in your washing machine, our microfiber prefers to be washed in hot or warm water. Why? Because the hot water opens up the pores and it kind of swells the cloth to release all of the gunk that you have been trapping in there while cleaning with it, okay? So what I do, because they hold so much, the first few times I did a load, I wasn't getting any water in there, and I was like, what is going on? It was because the HE machines sense how much laundry's in there, and they only throw out so much water. These all hold 7 times their weight in water. It was sucking up all the water, and there was none in the drum. So what I did is I bought a pail at the dollar store, and when I get my pail full, it can take sometimes over a month to get enough cloths in there to do a load. But now I have like the Norwex bedding, and I have bath towels and face cloths, so I have enough microfiber through Norwex to warrant doing a full load. So when I have enough, I fill my pail with my cloths. I'll take it to my bathtub and I'll fill it full of water, and I'll just push everything down and make sure everything is submerged. So I will leave it sit probably 5-10 minutes, and then I take the pail and dump cloths, water, and all right in my washing machine, throw in my laundry detergent, and I will wash it on my warm setting. Not hot, but my warm setting, and that will clean them very, very well. Then I will just pop them in the dryer, okay? And I'm going to tell you what to use in your dryer. You do not want to use dryer sheets, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. So you want to use a laundry detergent that is safe for your body, that is not full of fillers, phthalates, and all of the pathogens that are in there that cause cancer, because again, it sits on your skin. It takes 26 seconds to penetrate the skin to go into the bloodstream. We have 4 detergent options for you, and I'm going to explain them in my favorite order and why I like them. So my first option would be the UltraPower Plus. This is our standard laundry detergent. Now, this says that it comes in 100 HE loads. Depending on your water, you can actually reduce the amount that you need of this. Now, I have a well, and we have a water softener. So I literally use 1 teaspoon of laundry detergent, okay? So I will scoop 1 teaspoon out, so I can actually get almost 270 some loads out of a bag of laundry detergent. In my busy household, now remember, my laundry, because I have the bath towels and the body, face cloths and all of the things, I'm not doing laundry as frequently, so I could get probably 5 to 6 months out of a bag of this. The other thing I love about the UltraPower Plus detergent is it is a soap base. So you can use it for more things. It's multi-purpose. You can, if you are a person who really likes to have a spray to clean, and that's kind of where you're at, you can take one of our Forever bottles and you can put 16 ounces of water with 1 teaspoon of our laundry detergent, and you can shake it and dilute it, and you can now have a safe all-purpose cleaner if you wish. Honestly, you don't need it. Your EnviroCloth will remove all that you need it to remove in with just this cloth and water, okay? Now, we do have a farm and we do process our own meat. So I was telling the ladies that at my other parties that sometimes when I'm done processing, my pre-prep, I just wash with this. But sometimes if I know that I've, got some drips, I will just spray this on my counter. Sometimes I just spray it with water. I don't even use the UPP, but I'll spray my counter to see where the natural drips are, so I know where to clean in case anything has kind of soaked in. But again, with water alone, you can remove 99% of the bacteria. So that would be my first choice for detergent. It also works great for a jewelry cleaner. You can use it for a makeup brush remover cleaner. You can do all kinds of things with the UltraPower Plus. It is multi-use. My next favorite is our newest detergent that just came out this year, and that is our Powerzyme. So our Powerzyme detergent, instead of using the soap base like our UltraPower Plus, it uses enzymes. And we hear the word enzymes in our natural body to break down things in our body. So our body naturally uses enzymes to break down our food and to break down all of those things. So if you think of a good stain remover, this is going to be where it's at for those harsh stains that are, like your grass and your grease and your like bacon fat, or those like protein fats and different things that will break it down. I have a customer who had a grease stain or some kind of a black weld stain on her son's sweatshirt. It had been washed and dried and washed and dried, and she tried it with this and it took the stain out. So it does work really, really well. It also has a built-in odor eliminator in it as well. So if you have children who maybe still are bedwetting, or if you have pets that have odorous bedding or blankets or things like that, this would be a great stain remover and odor eliminator. So that would be a great option for you for detergent. We also have a liquid detergent, which comes in a lavender scent or unscented. This comes in 230 loads. 1 pump per load is all that you need. So no measuring, no cups, super easy, super concentrate. So again, you don't need a whole lot. This would be great for like an infant or a child's laundry soap. So when you think of like biological stains like feces or urine or spit up, or if you have a family member who has the flu and maybe they've had some sickness, you can use this. It will work really good to take out any stains and odors. So that would be my third favorite detergent. And then the last but not least, we do have laundry strips, okay? So laundry strips are great. These work fantastic. I use them because I won't share any products that I have not used. So here is a 1 load. So they actually come doubled up like this, but I think in my demos, I think I've cut most of these up. Okay, so they come in like a full sheet, but they're variegated, so easy to tear. So this would be like one load. Now, depending on your water type, again, depending on what you're washing, if it's just delicates or something light, you might be able to get away with just a quarter of a strip. And like I said, I have used these. I like them. They're super eco-friendly, so very good for the environment. Personally, if I was going to buy these, it would only be for traveling because they're easy to transport. They come in a really thin box, super lightweight, so they're not going to take away from your weight of your travel bags. So that would be what I would use this mostly for. Or convenience, like maybe for college dorms or something, to just throw in a sheet. But that would be what I would suggest to get that. I talked a little bit about your dryer sheets. So dryer sheets are one of the most toxic things that you can have in your home. Not only are they toxic with the chemicals that they release in your clothing, but they are also harmful to your dryer and can cause fire. So I want to talk to you a little bit about your dryer right now. So when you get out your dryer sheets and you feel that wax, when your dryer heats up to dry your clothes, it's melting that wax and it's going on your clothing. Then you absorb that. It also will leave a film, a waxy film around your dryer drum, which could catch on fire. I was having a smell in my dryer, and I have washed my dryer out with my Speary sponge and some cleaning paste and taken my EnviroCloth and wiped that out. And now I don't have that smell. But I couldn't believe how much wax buildup from my dryer sheets over time had been on there. We also have this lovely Enviro one. So if you're thinking about cleaning your dryer vents, you know, you pull out the little slot and you clean it out. This is the mini one, but we have one that's longer. We'll go straight down in your dryer vent and pull out any of that old debris and lint that's left in there, which is also a fire hazard. So we do have this as well. But to replace your dryer sheets, we do have the New Zealand dryer balls. So they come in a set of 3. And they are perfect for drying. They reduce your dry time and they also reduce static. So if you do use a wool dryer ball and you're getting static, 2 things could be happening. You could be over drying or your heat is turned up too high. In the inflation days we're living in right now with our power bill skyrocketing, I want to use my dryer as least as possible. I used to dry everything on the sanitized setting. The hotter the heat, I figured the quicker the dry, but I would also put it on for like 70 minutes when I was drying with my dryer sheets. And I would pull it out and everything would be nice and hot and fluffy, but in the middle would always be wet. And it would drive me crazy. So then I'd have to put it in again and then I would get static cling because I was over drying. So with the dryer balls, you have 3 of them. They're going to juggle your laundry. So instead of everything being on a ball and just going around all in one circle, it's tossing it up. So you're getting more airflow between your laundry, which dries it quicker. So if you're still using it on sanitize, you're going to get too hot of heat and you're going to dry quicker. So if you're over drying, still using it on like 70 minutes, you're going to have way more static cling. Reduce your heat temperature. I now use mine on low, and instead of using 70 minutes, I'm about 35 to 40 minutes. And then depending on what it is, if it's a big comforter, I may have to put it in for another, 5-10 minutes. But for regular laundry, that's about all I use. And then you can, if you need to. Now, I've had my dryer balls upstairs for about 2 years, and I just kind of did a little bit of maintenance. I took a little disposable razor and kind of just shaved off the lint that was kind of being held on them. You can also put them in if you're doing a hot load. Wash them in the sleeve that they come in if you think they need a charge. And I would say like every couple of years maybe they would need to do that. Do it in the sleeve so that it keeps their shape. And then when you're ready to throw them in the dryer after they've been washed, pop them out of the bag and throw them in the dryer with your laundry and they will dry. So that is our dryer balls. The last thing I quickly want to highlight and touch on is our mop system. This is a game changer for many reasons. I love it for cleaning my floors, of course. It's great. It does like a figure 8. So when you're dry dusting your, now this is the wet mop pad, but when you're dry dusting your floor, you can do it in a figure 8 to kind of get under everywhere. It's thin and lightweight, so it goes under furniture super easy. It goes up to 6 feet tall with the telescopic handle, and it goes down as low as 3 feet for the smaller people in your life. But to do it for ergonomics, you're going to want to put it right between your nose and your chin, so about mouth height, and you're just going to spin it to lock it into place. So it just unlocks by spinning and locks in place by spinning. You can then use it for your walls, to clean your walls and up high. And if you are doing something like you've got something really sticky on the floor and you don't want it to be twisting, or you're washing your walls or patio doors or what have you, you can lock it. There's a little lock here, kind of clicks into place, and that will hold that still for when you're doing those high jobs that you don't want that to flip around on you. It also has a lovely little handle here, so if you have children like me that when you're in the middle of doing something, they're outside, they scream like someone is abducting them or murdering them, you can set it on your trim or on your counter or wherever to kind of hold it up off the floor. And this also has a silicone ball, so if you have like those black scuff marks on your walls, on your floors, this will help you get those off, and or the cleaning paste and your EnviroCloth works wonders as well. So that is the mop system. The other thing I want to share with you about the mop system. So I told you that we have this Enviro wand, which is fantastic for dusting. This sleeve comes right off for laundering. And again, depending on how often you dust, you may launder it more frequently. I think I've laundered mine once since I've had it. And like you can see that I've gotten some dust on there from a demo I did this evening. But what I love about this is it comes on its own handle, and this is the mini one. But it also has this lovely little mini brush that unscrews for little things like your keyboard trays or little crevices that you need to get into. But I love how Norwex makes everything interchangeable. So I can pop off this handle, and I can then take my mop base off my mop, and I can snap my Enviro wand right onto my mop handle. And then if I want to do dusting, get some cobwebs that are up high and I don't want to have to get out a step stool, I can use this for those high places. The Enviro wand is bendable, so you can manipulate it over top of like ceiling fans, any kind of high surface that you want to dust that you don't want to have to climb for. There are multiple attachments that you can get for our mop system as well. So if you're interested in any of those, I can talk to you more about that. And when you buy the mop, you get the telescopic handle, you get the base, a wet pad, and you get your dry mop pad for your dusting or the sweeping portion, and you get the rubber brush or rubber brush. I think that's, yeah, rubber brush. Okay, so that is all of the Safe Haven 5 package right now that you can get. So if you are like, I want the Safe Haven 5, you can choose your style laundry detergent that goes with that. Feel free to let me know, or we can discuss what laundry package works best for you. Now, the other thing I do want to mention, we do have a Safe Haven 5 Plus package. And what comes in the Plus, you ask? Everything that you just saw for the Safe Haven 5, so the EnviroCloth, window cloth, dust mitt, cleaning paste, and your laundry detergent. And the Plus is they will throw in a 2-pack of the Speary sponges. You will get your very own dishcloth and dish towel to start you off with your kitchen, so you can get rid of those slimy, gunky, stinky cloths. So it would give you 1 set of those, and it would also give you a 3-pack of the body and face cloths. Now, since using Norwex, I no longer use body wash or shaving cream. I just wash with my body and face cloth, so it comes in a set of 3, and that will come with that. Water alone removes 99% of bacteria. If you use it a little less wet, it's a great exfoliator. So for shaving your legs or whatever, you can just, no more shaving cream because it's full of chemicals. Just use your cloth and your razor, and there's no razor burn, no razor stubble. I've not had any issues. So that is what would come in the Safe Haven Plus package. You would get those little bonus items. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Again, if you want to book a workshop and help out your hostess to earn some half-price items, I'm offering you a extra gift, bonus gift at your workshop. When you pick a date, you can pick one of these colors, and I will gift you this if you have a qualifying workshop at your party. And if you book right away, I will send you a hostess packet with 4 of my favorite sample items that you can try right away and start using in your home. So that is great. If you are like, I want it all, I need it all, how can I do this? And you really want to jump on the mission of radically reducing the chemicals in your home, your friends' homes, your family's home, and you're like, you could use a little extra income. What could you do with an extra $600 a month in your pocket? I know what I've done with an extra $600 that has made a huge difference. If you are interested in joining my team, you can reach out to me. We can set you up to be a teammate. As a consultant with Norwex, you earn 35% commission on all sales that you make, and you can shop anything in the catalog for yourself at any time for a 35% discount. So it's a win-win, and I would love to have you join my team. In North America, we're only in about 4% of the homes. I have a big job to do, and I could use your help. So if being a consultant is not in the cards for you at this time, maybe booking your own workshop where I can reach other people. I do online platforms on Zoom. I do prefer in person. It's just my personality. I do love to do in person. So if you want to have an in-person demonstration, I can walk you through what that looks like. And again, you can get an extra prize from me. Or if you just, you want to make a purchase, and all of it is helping. One small change, one small choice can help make a big impact. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. And I would love to work with you to get Norwex in your home and get the chemicals out. Have a great night, you guys.